have another episode of Power 5 Picks with the Frisco Bowl kicking off tonight at 9 p.m. between Marshall and UTSA. Ethan, we had a lucky win last night. I wouldn't call it, it was luck. They were down 28-0 on WKU against ODU. Western Kentucky came roaring back to, again, 28-0, came coming back by 3 in overtime, 2 blocked field goals to get there. Crazy win. We'll take it, though. We'll take it. What were your thoughts on that game? And are you going to continue that luck? Or I guess you're not even luck anymore. You're having a pretty good season. Are you going to continue that little streak you got going into today's bowl?
Yeah, crazy bowl game yesterday. Probably won't see one that crazy again throughout bowl season this year. Brings my record on the show 5-2 in the bowl game. So again, I haven't been betting them. I tried to get in live. That line shifted down to 4.5. I couldn't get myself to take it. And then they just didn't look good. So I never got involved live. I should have. But yeah, crazy game there. Happy that WKU was able to come back, win outright. Funny story about that game. Right before they went down 2 touchdowns, my buddy jumped in live, took the plus 12.5 spread and the money line on Western Kentucky. Once it went 28-0, he was pretty sure it was over. So he went and hit the roulette table, put 8 straight bets on red, 8 straight blacks, lost $100 on roulette rage betting, and it was all for nothing because Western Kentucky ended up winning for him anyway. So funny story. Don't rage bet until your result is final. But yeah, we'll see. I like today's game too. So
Okay. Well, that's good because I am not a huge fan of today's game. But yeah, going back to that game yesterday, I took after ODU went up 21-0, I took their live team total because I just didn't think Western Kentucky could stop them. And stupid bet by me. The team total did not hit. But looking back, they didn't really do much anyways to score. They had a pick 6 and then they had a fumble like on the 20-yard line that they only had to go 20 yards for. So bad read by me. I ended up the game even, 1 win, 1 loss. But yeah, I went chasing as well. I mean, when you go, how many times does a team come back 28-0? It never happens. So I went chasing. It was also at 2:30 o'clock in the afternoon on a Monday. Did not want to start my day with a losing bet. So I went chasing. Unfortunately, it didn't work, but thank God Western Kentucky covered late. But yeah, let's get into this game. This game's at 9 p.m. tonight, so no rush on this game. Again, Marshall versus UTSA, University of Texas San Antonio. This line opened, I believe, as an 8-point favorite for UTSA. It is now gone up to a 12.5-point favorite as of noon today in favor of UTSA. Similar, the total started at 58.5, and I'm seeing it down to 51.5 for the over-under in this game. Since you got a good read and I don't, I'm going to send it to you first. You are the hot streak in college football right now. Again, 5-2 for Ethan on the bowl season. Not quite sure what I am. Not that. I know I had a win yesterday, but had a tough weekend last weekend. So I'm going to send it to you first. You seem like you're the more of the confident bettor here.
well, my confidence is slowly shrinking as I'm seeing this line is coming down. It's 11.5 now. UTSA favored. This was 13.5 this weekend. So I'm seeing money coming in on UTSA, but the line's moving in Marshall's favor, which makes me nervous because I like UTSA. And
Okay.
I am this play is showing I'm not a robot. Everything lines up on Marshall for what I have been betting this bowl season. All the players are out for them. They're down to, I believe, a 3rd-string quarterback. It was actually Chad Pennington's son, if you remember Chad Pennington, who played for the Jets there for a few years. He doesn't have much experience. You know, it's the theory that the guys are going to step up and play well, the inexperienced guys. But I just don't love it when the spread is this high. I think UTSA is ultimately the better team. But I'm nervous now that this line is coming down. I'm still going to roll with UTSA because that was my lean before the show here. I'd proceed with caution. I'd watch where this line goes throughout the day. But I do lean UTSA minus 11.5. I think this could be a bit of a blowout here. I also like the under in this game, 51. That's also been coming down. It was like 53.5, 54 over the weekend. But honestly, I don't think Marshall's going to be able to score that many points. They weren't that great offensively throughout the year. I mean, they had flashes. They beat Arkansas State by putting up 35, beat Georgia Southern by putting up 38. They've had a couple of bad losses. South Alabama, they didn't score. App State, they put up 9. Coastal Carolina, 6. James Madison, 9. So really haven't been too impressive offensively. Don't think their backups are going to be too impressive today. So I just really don't think they score much. I think UTSA puts up 28-31, somewhere in there. I think it stays under the total. I think UTSA covers, but this reverse line movement is making me nervous.
Yeah, definitely making me nervous. I saw people locking this in at 11.5 earlier today, and then it got back up to 12.5, and as you said, it's back down 11. So this line's moving kind of all over the place. Definitely makes me a little nervous, but I'm gonna agree. I'm taking UTSA as well on the spread here. I'm gonna lock it in at 12.5 because that's what I bet at right before I got on the show. I usually try to bet most of the plays I give out just for me to stay honest with you guys. However, I do change my mind sometimes. But yeah, same thing. I was thinking you were going to be on Marshall because it's kind of what you've been doing all bowl season, taking the opt outs and betting on the second string people and whatnot. But yeah, I just think UTSA is a better team here. They really haven't had much crossover. UTSA played one team that's in the Sun Belt, which is Marshall's conference, and that was Texas State, who ended up second in the Sun Belt West. I believe that's how they do divisions, but they won 13-20. Obviously, that's early in the season. Teams change quite a bit. But yeah, I have those 4 games you talked about for Marshall as well. 9 points to JMU, 6 points against Coastal, 9 points against App State, and 0 points against USA. Not a great showing there, and they kind of got shut out. I will say I am on the over. So I am disagreeing a little bit with that simply because, yes, they got shut out by these 4 teams, but all 4 of those teams, maybe not Coastal so much, have fantastic defenses. James Madison, fantastic defense. App State, fantastic defense. USA, I think, has the best defense in that conference, maybe behind App State. So tough defenses. Every other game besides those 4, they've kind of, scored in the 30s, I think, pretty much every single game. I think they had a 24-point game in there. But UTSA's defense is not great. They win their games by scoring more than their opponents. Obviously, that's how you win games. But defense is not a priority for UTSA. They are a fast-paced offense, big passing attack. So I do think this game goes over, but I do think UTSA wins this one by a couple touchdowns. If you do want a Marshall bet, which will also help my over bet, their running back, who is phenomenal. I believe he is going to be an NFL draft pick. Last name Ali, I forget his first name. He was expected to opt out. He is playing. I am a little worried if he's going to be on a minute restriction or a play restriction. But I do like him to score tonight. Unfortunately, in Virginia, you can't get player props in college. But whatever Ali's props are, they're probably right around plus 100. I don't mind him to score if you want a Marshall bet. But yeah, I agree. I think UTSA is going to win this one, hopefully pretty easily. But I am going to disagree, and I think it's going to be a little higher scoring.
Yeah, I'm seeing Rasheen Ali, little juicy, minus 170 anytime touchdown.
Ooh, damn it.
That's on DraftKings. Check your books. It could be with college props, I feel like there's a lot of discrepancy. Yeah, shop around there.
Okay, here's another thing then. Don't take that because minus 170 is gross. Lower your unit size and take him 2+ because every single game this season he scored at least 2. He hasn't had one game this season where he's just scored 1. So do a half unit on 2+ and knock yourself out on Ali to score for Marshall. But yeah, I don't love the minus 170 there. But yeah, great game. Again, this is 9 p.m. Eastern time tonight. The Frisco Bowl. I'm not sure where it is. I didn't look that up.
Frisco, Texas.
Frisco, Texas. Okay, so UTSA has a slight, or actually a major location advantage. Not that, again, it really matters. If you watch any of these games, there's maybe 1,000 people in the stadium. But yeah, I'm excited to watch this game. I'm rooting for points. You're rooting for defense, but we both can root for UTSA. Before we close out, you have anything to add about this game or any upcoming games?
I'll just touch on Ali one more time. Quick look at FanDuel, minus 136 anytime touchdown. Okay. So again, check all the books. You can probably get a reasonable price. They also have 2+ touchdowns plus 360. So like that play as well there. Yeah, other than that, go UTSA. Hope to go to 6-2 here for the show bets. And then we'll have a couple days off from bowl games and get rolling into the meat and potatoes of bowl season. So looking forward to it.
Yeah, we will see you guys. Next episode will be on Thursday. We have one game Thursday, one game Friday, then a full game on Saturday. We might try to get those Saturday plays out a little early for you guys so you can watch them before you're doing your bets on the game. But appreciate you guys. Good luck if you're tailing, and we will see you next time.
You better start listening to the Better in Green podcast. You will not regret it. Trust me, trust me, trust me. And hey, I'm Dean Blandino.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to Better in Green, eh? To Better in Green, eh? To Better in Green, eh? Listen in and cash out. That's what it's all about. Come on, let's make cash now. We always on spot and we cover all spot from the bottom to the top, eh? Shout out to Ethan, shout out to Wyatt, shout out to Ben. Welcome, welcome to our podcast, Better in Green.